It's Live with Kelly and Ryan. Today, award-winning star of film, Broadway, and television, John Lithgow. And from the new hit comedy White Famous, Pharoah. Plus, check out some of the performing pups that entered our Bow Wow Wow contest. Also, Jenna Dewan Tatum joins Ryan at the co-host desk. All next on Live. And now, here are Ryan Seacrest and Jenna Dewan Tatum.
Well, thank you all very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
JDT. It is Friday, November 10th, 2017. Jenna Dewan Tatum in for Kelly Ripa today.
Thank you for having me back.
Oh, it was so fun when you were here last time, and
so fun.
When we were feeling the fingers and the hands, they were very cold as we high-fived on the way in.
Yeah, you New Yorkers, man, this is cold, right? It's
even cold for New Yorkers. And with the wind chill, it's going to be, you arrived at the right time, record-breaking cold. Ooh. Beautiful outside right now, but it's supposed to get colder and colder. There's the wind of the trees.
I kind of love it, though, because in LA, it's like the same temperature, pretty much,
all the time. So, for example, in Los Angeles this weekend, I see it's going to be in the 70s.
It's 70s.
Yeah, that doesn't make us like you.
No rain, no wind,
doesn't
nothing.
Make us like you.
Like,
no.
I know. But it is kind of boring. It's nice to be here, and it feels like winter. It's kind of awesome.
Do you know, Kelly is not here, and I'm just looking at the chairs. Gelman is not here, and Art is not here.
The parents are away.
Are we actually on the air? Are we doing a show today, or is this just a rehearsal for me?
This is amazing. So we're on. We can do whatever we want.
We're on our. Ripa always says this show needs youth and fresh blood.
Yes.
So we need some youth and fresh blood. Is there any youth or fresh blood that wants to take over for Art and? Are you youth? Are you youth? Are you fresh blood? All right, go on over there and take the show. Why not?
Please help us run the show. So cute. It's so eager. I love this.
What are your names?
I'm Dodge.
You're Dodge.
Remy.
And
Remy.
Remy. And you're twins. Yes. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
All you have to do is not pay attention to us and complain that we're running late. That's it. You got that down?
Yeah.
How?
Give us the signals. They're like.
How old are you boys?
8.
Okay.
Oh,
what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Same favorite color, too? I needed a twin. This is so cool. That's awesome.
Were you ever growing up when the parents were away?
Yes. I had a, my parents left one weekend, and I had kind of an epic parents are away party.
Oh, I love that. Where
I invited all of my best girlfriends. I was like, we're gonna have a fun, we're gonna go in the jacuzzi, in the pool, and have a chill little time. And that turned in, I'm from a very small town in Texas.
Right.
So that turned into the whole school finding out that I was having a raging party, and they all showed up at my house. I mean, everybody was there. And my dad, so my parents were divorced, and my dad was supposed to be like watching me, who lived like 2 towns down. So he'd call me, and I would go into the closet with pillows over my ears, and I'd be like, yeah, Dad, it's all good, don't worry, no one's here. And it was like loud. He's like, what's that noise? Nothing. Like hanging up. Cops came. I mean, everything.
Really?
It was the biggest blowout you could ever imagine.
Did you get in trouble? Did you get caught?
So the next day, my friends, my one girlfriend was like an epic house cleaner. I mean, we cleaned this house so well. We had the pillows, everything was good. My mom got home. She walked in. She was like, those pillows are a little out of place. Like, why are they switched? That's weird, but I'm not going to go into it. Then my cat, Freckles, my cat, was like playing with something in the kitchen. He was like, ch-ch-ch-ch. And it was the bottle top of a Jack Daniels bottle. I'm not kidding. And she was like, why is my Jack Daniels... There... Jenna, and I was just like busted. I can't lie.
That's how you got caught?
My cat, and I can't lie. So I was like, I had a party, and like I was like the worst person. And then she busted us all. She called all my friends' family members and like told them. It was like it's a full drama in Grapevine, Texas. So
Boys.
we can do this again.
What she's saying is, if you use the booze, make sure you put the cap back on it,
Yes.
all right?
Cross all your T's.
But wait a few years for that, all right?
Like even that Freckles was the one that, I mean, of all the things, my cat's like, psh, psh, psh. Would you call it a rager? Is that what you would have called it? It was a rager. It was absolutely a rager. It was very much out of control. I don't know how that happened.
Kelly would approve of a rager here. I feel like she would encourage us to have that. Yeah.
A 9 a.m. rager, why not?
A 9 a.m. Yeah. Do we have any sound effects and lights?
How can we have a rager?
I don't know. There's no one.
Together?
Boys, do we have sound effects and music and lights here? No, we do.
No? Oh, we don't. Darn. We were gonna have a rager for you guys.
Well,
No.
yell if we do.
Okay.
Too funny.
Wait, they're telling me we do. Okay.
We do?
All right, let's go.
All right.
Okay, good.
That was a delayed rager, but we got it. I'm always trying to get you dance on the show, right?
Well, you, by the way, well done, audience participation there.
Yes, thanks, guys.
The goal, Gelman's on the West Coast, the goal is to just horrify him when he watches this show while he's away.
He's probably dying. He's like, ah.
So to go back, you started as a dancer, and as a child, you were a big fan of Janet Jackson?
Yes, I'm still the hugest Janet Jackson fan, and I recently danced with her again.
Because she's back on tour.
Yeah, she's back on tour, and she called me up one day. She's like, hey, Jenna, it's Janet. Would you want to come back and dance Rhythm Nation on the Hollywood Bowl? And I was like, yes.
She actually called you?
Yes, she actually called me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's how amazing she is that she actually picks up the phone, calls, and does it herself.
How did you end up with her for the first time?
I auditioned for her video. It was called Doesn't Really Matter. And then she asked me to go on tour. Then we did the All For You tour, and it just became this whole thing. But I watched her do Velvet Rope tour on HBO when I was a little kid, and I learned every move from the TV. So I was like, I vision board this. I was like, I'm gonna go to LA, I'm gonna dance with Janet Jackson, and it was
So
like
as a child, you saw her, and then you pictured yourself in the video, and it actually came true?
Yep.
I think that's amazing.
Then I was like, what do I do now? Because that's it.
But by the way, I mean, like, that, putting it in the universe can work, because I remember as a kid, when I was growing up in Dunwoody, Georgia, my parents would always go away on New Year's Eve. They would go out and they'd leave me with the babysitter and the pizza money. And at the time, $8 got you, I think, 2 pizzas. And Coca-Cola.
Oh my gosh.
And breadsticks.
Oh, $8.
Yeah. And so, but I would watch Dick Clark, and I always said to my mom, Dad, she goes, well, how was your night? I said, well, I want to be in Times Square. I think that would be the coolest thing in the world to go to. I've never been to New York. I grew up in Atlanta. I want to be in Times Square, and I want to...
You're inspired.
I want to do that. And so, eventually I got to do that. And that's now, I'll be doing that in a couple of weeks, actually.
Oh, that's so cool. I love those moments. It's like The Secret. Remember there was this movie called The Secret that came out, but it's so true. It's like what you sort of intend, and if you put it out there, it can happen.
It can happen.
And when it happens, isn't it the most wild feeling? Because you're like, I dreamt of this, and it's happening.
I'm still scared to death out there that I might get the countdown wrong, but...
I know.
Like, please get
You're like, please go. You're like, 5, 4, wait, I forgot, whatever.
So, boys, are you watching the show? Okay. Are you in school or out of school today?
Out of school.
You're out of school for Veterans Day, right? Observing Veterans Day. And tomorrow is actually Veterans Day, but some schools are out today.
Oh my gosh.
I was a friend of mine who works on my radio staff. He is a veteran. And I said to him, thank you for your service. And he said, you know, people always say to us, thank you for your service, but we don't know what to say back. I said, oh, so should we say something else? Because I'd love to be able to, you know, acknowledge your service and thank you. He said, you know what, man? Just look us in the eye and say, what's up? I said, all right.
They like that more.
That's what he said. So, what's up to all of our veterans, and we salute you and thank you for your service.
That.
Did you have any Army or military?
Funny enough, I don't really. It's weird. My family, we don't, I wish I had a cool story like that to tell. I hope you do.
Well, my dad was in the Army, and my grandfather also in the Army. My grandfather he ended up being a 2-star. I thought so he had 2 stars on each shoulder. And so I would tell all my friends, my granddad's a 4-star general.
You're like, he just doubled it.
He's got 4 stars,
so
look.
cool.
And they said, no, he's a 2-star, which is called a major general. And I said, well, if I count, there's 4, but it was just, you know.
He still did amazing things.
He did
like 2-star, amazing. That's.
He and my Nana Pauline, they were the grandparents that would take you on the cool trip. So as a kid, my grandfather, you know, being in the Army, he was the one that was always in for adventure. So he loved to ride roller coasters. And so as a kid, I said, I want to go to Six Flags and ride all those cool roller coasters you see. And he said, son, we're going to take you to ride those roller coasters. And so we went to ride those roller coasters. And you get there, and what they didn't tell me about, and I didn't know about, is the stick.
Wait, what?
The stick. And you have to stand next to the stick. And so we got there.
Oh no, Ryan! Oh, this is the story of my life too, though.
Right?
Truly.
The stick.
Like, oh, please.
You have to be taller than the stick. And
I
so
know.
I had to wait a whole year to ride the roller coasters, but...
Oh, I had the same, I promise you I had the same thing. And my daughter is so tall. She's the opposite. I mean, she's like up to me already, and she's, you know, she's 4. And she's like, she can ride we go to the rides, and she's tall enough to ride the rides that are clearly like too fast and too scary for her.
Right.
But she loves it.
Right.
But I was like, I had to wait till I was like twice your age till I could do this.
I think there are some rides you and I still can't ride.
I know. I have to play it real cool. I have to play it cool. Okay, so there's a really interesting story in the news today that I have been dying to ask you.
Yes.
Would you ever take a woman's last name?
Would I ever take a woman's last name? I mean, look, if she's into me, yeah, whatever it takes, you know? I mean...
I like that answer.
And to get out of the doghouse, absolutely.
So, so study shows that 1 in 10 men now take their wife's last name. So, you know, breaking tradition, I guess.
So let me just, I have to think this out loud, actually, with you. You're Jenna Dewan Tatum.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
Well, it was a little bit of an issue.
Sorry.
I added a name. It was a little bit of an issue because, you know, Chan is very traditional.
Channing.
Sorry, I can't call him Channing. Channing is very traditional. I'm kind of not. You know, my family was very liberal, and we just didn't, that wasn't a thing, but for him it was very important. But he's still kind of miffed that I didn't just take Tatum.
He is miffed? Really?
He's a little miffed, yeah.
And do people now call you always? I think they would always call you Jenna Dewan Tatum. Right.
JDT.
Jenna Dewan Tatum.
It's like, yeah, but for some reason it was really hard for me to let go of like my given name. I was like, but that's my name. I grew up with that. So I added it, but I think this is so interesting.
I think it's good. Look, I mean, whatever makes a couple happy. With me,
that's a good point.
People think I've made up my last name, Seacrest. They think that I got it from...
It's the best last name.
Well, they think I got it from a Jersey Shore motel. You know, that's...
That's amazing.
I've been to that place, and we have the soap bar from the Seacrest motel.
The Seacrest place, I've been there. I think...
We've been there.
Well, that's a good answer. Relationships are hard. If it makes it easier...
Wait, what'd you just say?
Relationships are hard. It makes
Tell
it
us,
easier.
what do you... Let's go. What's happening with you? What's happening with you and Shan? You guys look like... To us, honestly, I want to be us for a second. All of us who are outside in that cold. We think you have the perfect it does look on the outside like he's funny, you're both lovely together and charming, and you're parenting well, and so...
you know, perfection. I have a whole thing of don't even get me started on perfection. People go, you're so perfect. I'm like, no one is perfect.
Okay, so tell us something that he does that's imperfect.
Oh, goodness. Everything. Are you kidding? We're like, I, for one, probably drive him nuts. I'm the messiest person on the planet.
You're sloppy.
I leave things everywhere. I'm sloppy. I don't like to clean up after myself. It's wonderful what I'm teaching my daughter.
Right.
She's
so
like,
throw your
why do I have to
towels on the
clean up?
floor,
You don't clean up.
Everywhere. Okay.
You know, but we, like anyone, you have communication issues.
No, but
you come up
Jenna Dewan Tatum, what is an imperfection of Channing Tatum? Like, just give us one.
Something. What's an imperfection?
Does he snore?
He does snore. He totally snores, especially if he's had like a beer. Oh, forget about it. I'm pushing him. I'm like, wake up, turn over. I'm like the worst wife. I don't even tell him, like, turn over. I can't handle this. Like, no snoring allowed in my house. I can't sleep with it.
So the worst thing Channing Tatum does is snore. He's perfect.
He's not.
He's perfect. Oh, we're being Jenna Dewan Tatum. I'm the boss of you. You know, this is very confusing. I don't know which one is Art and which one's Gelman.
Hi, Grandma. It's the smiles while doing it too. They're like.
I'm still convinced this show's not on the air.
Yeah, are we really? Are you guys listening to us? Is this happening?
We've got a big one, though. This is so exciting. I've never met him. I just met him backstage for the first time.
Me too.
John Lithgow is with us.
Pharoah is with us. It's amazing.
Is here, and we're going to show you some of the singing dogs. Not necessarily the finalists, but we're having our live Bow Wow Wow contest. And so I thought, you know what, Georgia, my dog of a few years, she grew up watching American Idol, so she should know. So she should be able to...
You have an unrealistic expectation.
She should be able to sing.
Know.
So I tried to get Georgia to participate in the contest, and here's what happened.
Georgia, can you sing? Georgia, sing. Can you sing? No, that's Sid. Do you know how to sing?
But that was...
You were singing?
That was me moaning.
Oh, my dogs wouldn't even do that. My dogs have dance tricks.
Well, of course they do.
But they don't have a singing, so I couldn't even try.
Well, send us yours. We're going to show you some in a little bit. Now it's time to get messy. It's time for our morning wake-up travel trivia. Here we go.
I'm so nervous. I wasn't going to have it.
Caroline Ronald from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy weekend.
Fabulous.
Good to see you with us. All right, we're going to try. This is, Kelly actually wishes this doesn't work each day, so you can feel free to feel that way. But we're going to make a call live to Antoinette from Canton, Ohio.
She just doesn't. It's so fun to wake people up.
Yeah, exactly. And she likes to leave a message, and the message is that they missed a chance to win $1 million.
No big deal.
No big deal. Okay, so it's
hello?
Hi, is Antoinette there?
Yes.
Is this Antoinette?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Antoinette. It's Ryan Seacrest and Jenna Dewan Tatum. We're calling on the air right now, live. Good morning.
Hi, Antoinette.
Hi.
What are you up to this morning?
I just woke up.
Did we wake you up?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's how we win them over, Antoinette, by waking them up one by one.
Okay.
Well, you sent us a photograph. It looks like you're taking in a beautiful sunset somewhere. Where's that?
Yeah, 3 years ago, we went on your show to Naples, Florida, to a resort, and me and my husband went.
Well, you are due to win.
It was beautiful.
You are due to win again, and that's why we're waking you up this morning. We're going to spin the wheel. Let's see what you're playing for here. Good luck, Antoinette. Okay.
Okay, you are playing for St. James Club and Villas Antigua. 7 days, 6 nights in a royal suite, all inclusive. This trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. Value $8,200. You have 20 seconds. 20 seconds to only one guess.
Okay.
Pressure.
Okay, Antoinette, good luck. On yesterday's show, we talked with Ellen Pompeo. What did Ellen say she did for her 10th anniversary?
She went to Lupa for lunch with her husband.
She went to lunch with RuPaul? What?
She went to a restaurant with her husband.
Oh, no, that's not it. She went to a basketball game for the 10th wedding
anniversary. The Knicks, yeah.
The Knicks, yeah, that's all right.
Oh.
So she went to the Knicks and she went out to eat.
Hey. Hang on.
The parents are away.
Where are Remy and Dodge when I need them? Listen, Antoinette, I'm new here, and so I am told that I had to have that answer, but it's not all bad news, and you should blame Michael Gelman, G-E-L-M-A-N.
Email him personally.
You know who he is, and you know where he is right now, not here. All right, so
But we're sorry, Antoinette. We're so sorry. But now you and a lucky member of our studio audience will receive a $500 appliance package from Cuisinart. Please pick a number between 1 and 235.
99.
90? What was 99? Way over there. Congratulations.
Got it.
Antoinette, thanks for watching. You have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Coming up next.
Still ahead on live from the new series White Famous, Jay Pharoah. We'll show you some of the smooth sounds of entries in July.
Good to suck up to the producer.
Right?
I mean,
that early.
the cutest producers in the world.
So you had never met either, Jenna?
No, we just met backstage.
I met both of you.
But you are the type of person, I think, that when anybody were to see you, they do feel like they know you.
Yeah.
That's the way I felt.
As are you. I felt like we were old friends when we met.
Yes, you're the taller version of the friendship.
I geeked out on you back there. I was like, I'm your biggest fan. I love
Well,
your
I'll tell you, I am the biggest fan of Channing Tatum.
Are you?
No, I mean this in all seriousness. I think he's one of the best actors working in movies today.
Oh, he's dying right now. But you just
No,
said
he's
that.
so
John, you heard he snores. You still feel the same way?
That's you're absolutely right. It's the only thing wrong.
I mean, it's the only imperfection.
I've started snoring in my old age.
Have you?
My wife tells me.
And Does she nudge you until you turn over too?
She's not happy about it.
Does she make the announcement in the middle of your sleep?
No. I tell her. Actually, it makes me very curious. I told her to record me, so I could see what she's talking about.
Proof, please, proof.
Yes. You needed proof. That's what happens in marriages.
You've been married 36 years? Is that
in
right?
a couple of weeks, yeah.
That's great. Wow. That's amazing.
Well,
that's amazing.
but I remember thinking it was pretty amazing when we were at our first anniversary, so.
Oh, see, this is why that is so beautiful. And you guys live bi-coastal, right?
Yes, she's a UCLA professor. And, I mean, it's fine with me living in Los Angeles, but I come to New York so many times to do theater. So, yeah, we live in, if anybody's bi-coastal, it's us.
And in the early days, I thought this was so interesting. You used to drive a New York City taxi?
Yeah, when I started out, I had a couple of years that I just couldn't buy acting work in New York. And like a couple of my actor friends, I got my medallion, and I drove a taxi, but it didn't last long. Not because I got any work, but because I really was too tall.
Oh my gosh, I was going to say.
You don't find tall taxi drivers. They don't give you enough legroom. You have to sort of frog leg it, and you go crippled. You know,
Were you a good taxi driver? Did you seek the best routes?
I drove my daughter from Lincoln Tunnel to the Upper West Side one day, and I said, okay, this morning I'm going to drive as if I were a cab driver. And off we went. You talked about roller coasters?
Yeah.
She was screaming. She was furious with me. I said, well, do you see any cab going any faster than me? I'm just following the rhythm.
There's nothing like New York.
But I got from Lincoln Tunnel to 75th Street without a single red light.
All right.
Oh, that's impressive.
It's like riding a bicycle. You never forget.
She's got to get to the airport after the show.
I do. You want to drive me?
I'm
always late, so I could really use that.
Hey, something that I mentioned to you backstage, I just think it's amazing, and probably one of the most difficult things to do is this one-man show that you're bringing back now to Broadway.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I cooked it up about 8-9 years ago at Lincoln Center. On like Monday nights. I only did it about 10 times. But ever since, I've been doing it all across the country, about 35 cities, like old-time vaudeville. It's very autobiographical, but also biographical. A lot of it is about my dad. And my only prop is a big, fat book of stories that he used to read bedtime stories to us when I was a kid, and which I used to read to him and my mom when they were old.
Just you and a book. How long is, like...
It's about a 2.25 hour evening. It's a proper piece of Broadway theater.
That's incredible.
By yourself on stage. Wow.
And it's wonderful. I just have so loved doing it, and particularly taking it out in the country, you know. 35 cities, most of which I had never been to before. And I always give myself a good day there to sort of swallow a Galveston horse pill, or, you know,
right.
see Oklahoma City, see Kansas City, see Lexington,
wow.
on and on.
Congratulations that it's going on Broadway. We're going to come back with Who Can Do It All to tell us what it's like playing Will Ferrell's dad. That's after this. You're obviously playing Will's dad, but how, John, would you describe the chemistry between father and son?
Well, you see it right up there. Will is just, he's the sweetest guy, and he's effortlessly funny all the time. It's the reason why everybody loves him in comedy. And we just hit it off immediately. You saw how shameless we both are.
Yeah.
You know,
fearless.
He does take a lot of takes.
He did his 7 years on SNL. I did my 6 years on Third Rock. We gave up embarrassment long ago.
Now, you all spent a little time before you started filming out the Berkshires to bond.
Yeah.
Is it to bond? Is that what the exercise?
No, actually, we were in pursuit of snow. It's a Christmas movie, and it was getting to be late March. So we went west to the Berkshires to get as much snow as we could get before spring. Wow. And they put us up in this wonderful little hotel in the woods, in the snow. Every movie shoot should start that way.
It's a nice
whole
luxury.
week, and just having all our meals together. They didn't plan it this way, but it was a fabulous way to get the four of us so connected.
Yeah, it's bonding. I've always felt like at the projects I work on that happens, it changes the whole game, because you actually get time to really become friends and bond.
And relax with each other. I mean, it's so important just to feel completely unthreatened when you're doing comedy, and we achieved it.
There's so much bonding here that Art, Gelman, and Kelly all left for today for us.
I mean, we can do whatever we want.
Because you've already bonded with your new
with our new bosses.
Our new bosses right there are just killing it over there.
And
so
I have to say, I've done this show many times. These two are a big improvement.
Oh, you hear that, Gelman?
Yeah,
you hear that, Gelman?
Well said. No, well said. Well said. Daddy's Home 2 in theaters today. It is hysterical. Go check it out. Good to see you, John.
They're going to love it.
Jay Pharoah's next. We'll be right back.
Monday on Live from Shameless, William H. Macy. And...
See you.
I'm feeling good.
What'd I say? What'd you say?
You're from Chesapeake? That's my hometown.
Did you bring them with you?
I did. I put them, I flew them with me.
Smart move.
Yeah,
Jay,
what's
you're
going
just
on?
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
So you're obviously from Chesapeake.
Yes,
And
this is amazing. I didn't know you all came.
You moved to Los Angeles a few months ago?
I did, man. Yep, moved to Los Angeles, and now I can actually move around. It feels great.
Something called space, right?
Yeah, because you know, you in New York, you pretty much in a kennel. I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now I just get to run around. I'm like, I don't know what to do with all this. I'm like a dog now, man. It's crazy. It's now I got a nice apartment. Yes, L.A. It's not cold, very warm.
Yeah.
And people were very nice with giving things when I first got there. So, yeah, you know what Cali's known for. And I don't need to say it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ladies from Chesapeake know what it's all about.
I like that. Driving. Okay.
Now, do people, because you're known for being the master of these incredible impressions, do people, when they see you, ask you to do them all the time?
All the time.
So can you do some?
I mean, yeah.
Who's the most popular? What do people ask for the most?
What do people ask for the most, man? A lot of people ask me to do Jay-Z all the time. I'm like, all right, cool. They be like this, what would Hov think about this? I'm like, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Just go into it.
Do any of them not like it when you do their impersonation?
Let's see here. Who didn't like me doing an impression of them? Was it Shannon Sharp? He's got a little problem with it.
So let's do it right now.
Yeah, let's make it even more uncomfortable.
You want me to do this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Listen, Jay Pharoah, I believe you need to work harder on the impression. I don't believe I sound like that, and I don't know why exactly he would take that boy and take it that way and correct it and do those things and do those things. Listen, he does not sound like I do. I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, my God. And, of course, your President Obama is amazing.
Oh, man.
And you performed.
You know what? I did President Obama for Obama, and that was petrifying. There was definitely some bowel activity, because I was scared. I was scared. He was the most powerful man in the world. If he doesn't like it, he can say off with his head, and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So I did Obama for Obama, and I looked at him, and I was like, what do you think? He was like, well, you did pretty good. Amazing. You sound just like I do, and now I'm going to need you to take over, because this job is stressful.
Oh, my goodness. That is too funny. That's amazing.
I love it. It's funny, man. It's Obama. Yeah, man. You seen his hair now. He went from jet black to Cisco. That's what happened to him, man. Crazy. It's a stressful 4 years.
He's like, peace out.
That song. I don't know.
I love you.
Does it just come naturally to you? Yeah. Do you have to study their tape? Do you have to listen with your eyes closed? How do you master it?
Yeah, man. You just, you watch tape, you watch footage, and you just, you become the person. I guess their lives are way more interesting than, I guess, mine are. So I'm always trying to emulate that. I'm like, ooh, what's Denzel doing? He's like, all right, okay, all right, that's what you like. Okay. You see, when I talk, the ladies hear it, and all of a sudden, they want to leave they man. That's what they want.
Oh, my goodness. That's hard to do, though. It's really hard.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about this new show, White Famous. It is hysterical.
This show.
Oh, no, yeah, it's fun.
Give us the premise of this show that's set right in Hollywood.
So, White Famous is about a young black comedian who's actually trying to cross over into the industry without selling his soul. So, you know what White Famous is. Well, Ryan, you White Famous by default. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Eddie Murphy, Will Smith, Chris Rock, Tracy Morgan. I guess you can even say Hannibal Buress. Y'all know Hannibal Buress, right? Do you? A few of y'all?
Okay, Hannibal Buress be talking like this with his hands, and he always says things. And you know what? If Jay Pharoah's white famous, then I'm white famous too.
That's how it goes, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that story. It's a story of that. It's a story of the underground comedian just trying to cross over into the industry.
Now, Jamie Foxx is an executive producer on this show. So some of the loosely based stories on his life.
Loosely.
How loose? Because I've seen some of these episodes. How loose?
Really loose. You know what? Tom Capanos does a great job at actually putting Floyd Mooney in these weird situations. Tom Capanos, who actually wrote Californication and Dawson's Creek, if you didn't know.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Remember that? That's I don't know if he came up with that too, but that was genius.
Like, I'm going to give him credit for that.
Yeah. So he does a great job of putting Floyd in weird situations. So with Hollywood, it's pretty much a personification of how it is. Yes. Like Well,
Well, there are plenty of insults, funny, hysterical insults on the show. So what is the process in coming up with the creativity of the actual insults with actual people in the actual city?
We sit around and we look at each other's faces and we're like, you look like this, you look like this, you look like this. Yeah, you look like this. Like one, I don't think it made it into the, it didn't make it to the final cut. But I told Utkarsh, I said, I told Utkar, said his face looks like it needs to be on a hot sauce bottle. Because it does. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just, like, we just look at each other. And, I mean, no, like, if you see his face, like, he's got a sharp chin, and he looks kind of like, he looks devilish. So I'm like, yo, your face needs to be on a hot sauce bottle. They didn't put it in. Maybe we'll make it season 2. And then fat Jabba with fat Chewbacca and all this different type of stuff. Like, we just sit around and we go back and forth.
You just read each other. You're like, I know what's wrong. Oh my gosh, that's creativity though.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at it.
It's snapping. We snap on each other. It's fun. You know snapping, when you're joking back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Snapping?
Snapping.
All right. Well,
snap.
This is your morning dose of snapping.
Go to UrbanDictionary.com.
White Famous, Sundays on Showtime. Jay Pharoah. Good to see you, man. Some of the singing dogs next, right after this.
Monday online, Ryan's mom, Connie Seacrest, comes on to share his favorite Thanksgiving dessert.
All right. Entries keep pouring in for Live's Bow Wow Wow contest. Who knew there were so many talented crooning canines out there in America? Here are some of the entries, not necessarily the finalists, but Janessa Rubino from Staten Island. She says Charlie is a 9-year-old rescue Chihuahua who loves singing along with her. He's a special little fella that brings sunshine into a lot of lives. So take a look at this performance.
I can't wait.
You are my Charlie, my only Charlie. You make me happy.
Oh, man.
That just makes my life.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Lisa from Benicia, California. So soon after adopting Meaty, he learned he is very vocal.
Okay.
He starts yodeling at you before dinner every day, and he screams at the door every time someone knocks. That should be fun.
Take a look.
Let's see this. I bet that is not annoying at all. Everyone knocks on your door.
Does that remind you of your husband snoring, or is
Yeah, that's exactly what Chan sounds like snoring. Exactly.
Okay, you know, you should videotape
I'm
him
going
snoring,
to.
and we will be happy to play that back.
He's screwed.
Cheryl Moore from Bloomington, Indiana says, looks forward, okay, Prince here, looks forward to singing the theme song from his favorite soap opera every day. Take a look at the theme performance.
Days of Our Lives.
Which soap opera is it? The Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless. I was on that. I should know that.
You were on that? You should know the theme song to the soap opera you were on.
That was very dramatic.
So please, it's not too late. Send us video of your singing dogs. We cannot get enough. Enter on Live's Facebook or KellyandRyan.com online. Deadline Monday at midnight. All right, so real quick before we take the break, just want to say that Donna Crawford in Springfield, Pennsylvania says, don't forget that today is Marine Corps birthday. The Marine Corps 242 years. The Marine Corps. So, happy birthday. We'll be right back.
You have a singing dog? It's not too late to enter them into Live's Bow Wow Wow contest.
Good job. So, what do you want for doing such a good job today? And what do you want? Okay, Mom, I think they need a little treat. Jenna Dewan Tatum, great job.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Monday, William H. Macy's on the show.
Mary J. Blige.
My mom is coming to cook for Thanksgiving, and Kelly Ripa is back.